How good am I review of Snowpiercer, directed by Bong Joon-ho, a film that follows the last remaining group of humans on an inhabitable Earth who have taken refuge on an operable international train, the Snowpiercer. Okay, so Snowpiercer is the kind of film that I went into not really knowing a whole lot about. It was one of those films that I went into not seeing any trailers, not seeing any TV spots, not reading any sort of reviews. The only things I knew going into Snowpiercer was that 1, it's a Korean film, 2, it has Chris Evans in it, 3, it's an apocalyptic film, and 4, it is highly critically acclaimed. Now, one thing I did not mention in my synopsis is how exactly Earth became unsustainable for all of life. And it's essentially because of global warming. There was a solution to fix global warming, however that solution backfired and resulted in this deadly winter that covers the entire globe. And so the people who remain now live on this train that's infinitely moving, and its route spans across all of the continents. Now, throughout the first half of the film, you will be left wondering how exactly is all this possible? How are these people still living, let alone the train? How is that still moving? And those answers will be given to you at some point. There's actually a video that kind of explains everything about halfway through the film. And my first initial thought was, okay, why exactly was this in the middle of the film rather than being at the beginning of the film? And I think there might have been a reason why. Not to give anything away, but holding off on all of the science of how everything works on the train really does provoke a lot of questioning and desire for enlightenment for the audience. Throughout the film, there are a lot of thought-provoking themes regarding us as a species, but there's this one theme that kind of deals with, of course, knowledge is power, and therefore the one with the most knowledge is the one with the most power. And to me, one of the best things a person can do for oneself is to never stop asking questions. Always ask why, always ask how. Because that's how you gain knowledge, that's how you become more educated, that's how you become more enlightened. And a film like Snowpiercer not only provokes this, but encourages this. And given the world that we live in today, this is a theme that is quite essential in my personal opinion. But going back to the film itself and talking about the overall premise of Snowpiercer, it sounds slightly ridiculous. And that's because, well, the film itself is slightly ridiculous. Albeit that the film does indeed explain itself later on the film, outside of the premise, there are aspects to this film that are straight up bonkers. Some of its characters, some of its scenery is very comic booky. And some have claimed not to like this film because of its cartoony style, but I, for one, am somebody who absolutely enjoyed its cartoony style. The film starts out a bit on the dark side, and albeit it does keep its dark tone throughout the entire film, the film takes its characters to a lot of flamboyant places throughout the train, and therefore I was always interested in seeing where exactly its characters were going to go next. And one other thing I need to praise this film on is its cinematography. It not only looks great, but its action scenes are filmed very, very well. Even though there's a lot of shaky cam, it's very contained, and it actually adds to the film rather than takes away from the film. There's a lot of grit to the cinematography here. As for the characters, they are good. I did find myself rooting for them. However, I don't necessarily believe that they are the strong point to this film. The story, the cinematography, the action, the acting, the sets, and most importantly, the direction are what make this film so great. Overall, Snowpiercer is one of the most thought-provoking films that I've seen all year, and if you're someone who is a fan of movies such as Children of Men or any other dystopian film, then this is a film that is probably meant for you. I'm going to give Snowpiercer a 4 out of 5. As always, I'm Colyn Kirkland, and thank you so much for watching.